Welcome back to the channel, party people. My name is Daryl Wilson, and today in this video, we'll be walking you guys through a complete marketing guide to marketing your web design business. Now, let's be honest here. Starting the web design business is the easy part, right? But finding clients can be challenging. So we've created key ways and great strategies on how to find clients for your web design business. Now, for every marketing technique I show you guys, I'm gonna give you guys real life examples and websites where other web design companies are already marketing their web design business. So this will really help give you that boost to get more exposure and to get more clients. All right, so I've created a bunch of slides here and we're gonna go through each one and explain how they work. Now, the first one, obviously, just tell your family and friends. This is the most basic one of them all, but it really does help because you never know. This can give you one client and then that one client can refer you to others. Now, the number one way to get more clients in this industry is by referrals. I'm telling you guys right now, it beats SEO, it beats Facebook, it beats everything. Referrals are the number one way to get more clients. So start with your family and friends. Just say, hey guys, I got a web design business. If someone asks, send them my way. And that's all you have to do. And maybe down the road, your brother or your sister or your gaming buddies, whoever, they'll say, oh yeah, my friend does that, and there you go. You just got a client just because you briefly mentioned it to one of your family or friends. So number one, tell your family or friends. Number two, SEO for brand name. Now make sure your company can be found. Let me give you guys an example. All right, here we go. So for example, if I type in Daryl Wilson, you're gonna see that my website is at the top of the search. Now, other keywords like WordPress tutorials, web design tutorials, that's very competitive, right? So you just wanna make sure that people can actively find your business if someone starts to talk about it. Here's an example right here. I typed in this one website from Las Vegas, 702 Pros, and you can see right here how they are at the top of the list. Now, if we type in something like web design marketing, they're not gonna show up as number one, right? It's a very competitive keyword, but I will give you alternatives to be found if someone types that in a little bit later, so make sure to keep watching. But when you are starting your web design business, you just wanna make sure that your company name is found. That is the most important part, right? Now, you might be asking yourself, well, how do I get started with all this? Who do I go to, right? Well, there's various companies and places you guys can go to. First one is something like Upwork, right? You guys can, reach out to an SEO company on Upwork and just tell them saying, hey, I want to be able to get found on Google. How can we do this? And they'll probably charge you around maybe $200 to $400 a month, just depending on how aggressive you want to get, for SEO. But just tell them, start off small. Just say, $200 to $300 a month. And I just want to make sure my company is found. I also do want to compete for other keywords like, web design in Las Vegas or good web design companies in Reno or whatever, but the main focus is for your company to be found. Another really good SEO company that I found was SEO Reseller. SEO Reseller, they actually offer some pretty good packages, and you can actually use this also to white label for your clients. So let's say down the road, you guys use SEO Reseller, and then you want to outsource it to your other clients. This website specializes in that, so this kind of gives you another way to make recurring revenue. And it gives you a lot of really good analytics like traffic sources, the backlinks, do you have any malware, how fast is your website, a lot of crucial information that you need for SEO. And over here, they do have a few plans, right? So they have the starter, the agency, and the enterprise. Now, if you guys are just getting started out with web design, I would go with something like agency, right? Just spend maybe $100 to $200 a month on SEO. These companies, they'll try to rank you for specific keywords like best web design or web designer in so-and-so, and also your name of the company, which is the most important. You guys can go ahead and look on your own, but SEO Reseller, they really do have some good reviews and they're actually pretty cheap, and you can also outsource it for your clients as well. So you can be a customer and then you can also market it to other users as well. If you guys do need more help, they do actually have a salesperson you guys can talk to, and just tell them what I'm telling you. Just say, hey, I'm starting a web design business. I want to be found on Google. How do I get started with all of this? But just don't let them oversell you, okay? You don't need to spend $500 extra a month. That can be a little bit expensive, and there's other ways to spend your money, in my opinion. So yeah, make sure to start your SEO campaign. All right, so now that we talked about SEO, let's talk about content marketing. Now, content marketing is the best free alternative for marketing your web design business. So content marketing, start creating blog posts and content for business owners, like how to form an LLC or how to start your business. Now you might be asking yourself, why are we gonna write about forming an LLC, Daryl? We're a web design company. Like, what are you talking about? You stupid? No, the reason why we're talking about these topics is because we are targeting business owners, right? We're not targeting other web designers. So if someone's starting a business, will need a new website, right? But they will also need a, how to form an LLC. They might need to create a logo, right? Let me give you guys an example of another web design company that's creating blog posts sort of to what we're talking about here. So here we go. We have the top logo design trends for 2022. And as you guys can see, this company has, they've created content about the history of logos and negative spacing and funky fonts and all sorts of different subjects that relate to logos. Now, I do like this because they're helping the business owner get inspiration and ideas. And as a business owner, if I find this website helpful and saying, hey, this blog post really helped me, what does this website do? And then, oh, wow, they're a web design company. Okay, sure, I'll just go ahead and buy one of their services, which is what this company is aiming for and what people really do. If you trust someone or you like the way the website offers their service, you're more inclined to go with that company. So when you are making content for websites, for your website, just make sure that you appeal to new business owners. All right, so we went ahead and we talked about SEO, telling your friends, and content marketing. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide here. All right, Google My Business. This helps when people search for web design business in your area, like web designers near me. Now this, I believe, is the #1 best hack for SEO, no matter what. Let me explain why. So here we go. I just typed in web designers near me, right? And right here we have this advertisement where this person probably paid like, I don't know, $5, right? This guy probably paid $4. This guy paid, maybe $3 or $5. And then here we have lists of these other companies. But before we talk about these companies, let me scroll down right here. Now these companies right here probably spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on SEO. They probably spent big bucks on SEO. They're probably corporate companies with very massive budgets that you cannot compete with. Sorry guys, you guys can't compete with the big guys. These guys have massive budgets, and that's just the industry. However, if you submitted your website on Google My Business, guess what happens? You're given that extra chance. You're given that boost. So now you'll see that you have all these small timers, right? These are small time web designer companies, and you can see that they're boosted before these other companies with massive SEO budgets. So for example, if I live next to this guy, I'll say, you know what, cool, this guy is right next to me. Let me go ahead and click on his website and I'll see what he has to offer. So by adding your website to Google My Business, it boosts you to the top of the search, and it also shows people in your area that you're like a web designer. So I do like this approach, and I think that if you are in the business of web design, you must add your website to Google My Places, because this right here is like maximum exposure. It really helps you get local clients. And then remember, those local clients can tell other people about your service if they liked your service. So make sure to do a good job. All right, so now we went through Google My Business. Now let's talk about Yelp Business. This helps you get more exposure, backlinks, and shows reviews about your business. Ooh, this one's great. Let me show you guys a little bit about Yelp. This is Yelp.com, and here I just typed in something like best web designers in Las Vegas, right? Something very generic. Now, instead of actually going to SEO and competing for this keyword, which can be very competitive and very expensive, why not just join Yelp directory, where if someone types this in, you'll be listed for free, right? That makes a lot more sense than trying to compete with Yelp itself, right? So here we go. We have some companies with some reviews. It shows the location. It even shows response time. Ooh, so think about that. The faster you are to respond to people, you get the little green little check mark or the green little 50 minutes, and you can request a consultation, request a quote. I really do like this. And this is a great way on how to get more exposure for your web design business, because people can see the location of your business, yet they can also see what other people are talking about and reviewing about your business. Now, in case you guys think, well, Yelp probably gets no views and no visits, Daryl, that's old school. No. It's not old school. Let me show you guys. This is Yelp.com. Yelp.com gets around 120 million visits a month, right? So in November, they had 118 million. December, they had 128 million, and in January, they had 126 million visits. So these directory websites are far from dead. I've seen blogs argue that, but I'm just like, what are you, stupid? Look at these numbers. Like, how would you argue with these numbers, you know? So I recommend putting your website on these websites. And earlier we did talk about SEO, and I feel like trying to get keywords like best web design services can be very competitive, but if you don't have the budget for it, no problem. You guys can submit your website to Yelp, where if someone types that in, you'll be found. So make sure to submit your websites to Yelp and other directory websites. Now, one tip of advice as well, when you are submitting your information to these websites, please fill out everything possible. I know you guys are going to stumble across like 20, go to 20 directory websites and you're just going to try to fill it up as fast as you can. Take your time, okay? So put in your logo, right? Give some great description about your business. Put in photos, put in as many photos as you can. I don't care, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's just opportunity for you to get more clients. Fill out all the services offered, make sure to verify it, right? Go through the description, talk about the business. Here, anything where they ask you to put information, put it in as much as possible, because the more you put it in, Yelp will actually boost you up in the search because they're finding that your content is more relevant and has more information to help users. So make sure that you put in everything possible. And once you guys do that, you guys will be on your way. So yeah, make sure to add your websites to Yelp Business. All right, so we talked about Yelp Business, right? Now let's go to directory websites. So this helps you get found by more visitors and establishes your brand and business. Let me go ahead and give you guys some examples and explain how these affect social signals. This is a directory website. It's called clutch.co. And this website is like a directory of web design companies in specific regions. And you guys can see that they have the price, we know what they charge, the staff. They have like their focus. So are they good for design? Are they good for coding? Whatever. And then they also have some general description. We have a profile, and you can contact and also visit the website. Now, adding your website on as many directory websites is very helpful, because what this does is that this sends social signals to Google. This basically adds backlinks to all these different websites, and it tells Google that your website's up and coming and that you're participating with all these websites. So if you add a bunch of backlinks on these directory websites, your own website will start to get higher and boost up in the search engine. So that's another reason on why you'd want to use these directory websites. Now, again, when you guys are using these directory websites, fill out as much information as possible. The more information, the better, because these directory websites, just like Yelp, if you add in a bunch of information, they believe that it's very helpful, and this will help boost your website up in these directory websites. Now, this is just one, right? And I actually have this other article here from Search Engine Journal, and they do also have, Amelia Wilson wrote it. We have the same last name. How cool is that? So they also have 21 different websites where you guys can list your website on these directory websites. And I know many people haven't really heard of these websites, but these do get like hundreds of thousands of visits, maybe even millions, and people really do use these websites on a regular basis. So I'll go ahead and leave this article in the description below. They do have quite a bit of businesses here where, Bing Places, Yahoo Places, Yelp, they have Hot Frog, Foursquare. Like I said, just put your website on all these websites. It will take a lot of time, guys. It's a very tedious task, but once it's done, right? You're gonna get the traffic, people will start calling you, and business will start to come. Another tip on to find directory websites in your area is just by going to Google and typing in something like top 10 best web designers or top 10 best web design companies. When you do this, a majority of the time, you're gonna find a lot of directory websites. For example, I just typed that in, right? And I scroll down. Here we have clutch.co. We also have designrush.com. We have Creative Block. We also have a bunch of directory websites, and you guys can reach out to these companies, sign up, and then saying, hey, we see that you guys have this list. We're gonna go ahead and add ourselves on your directory, and that helps them, and it also helps you. So if you guys are, having trouble finding directory websites, this right here is a great strategy. All right, cool. So we've finished number 6. Now, before I go on any further, make sure to like this video and let me know in the comments if you guys have actually tried any of these strategies, and just let me know how it went. Did you guys get a $1 million client? Who knows? You never know what's gonna happen. Just do it. Just do it. Like Nike says, just do it. All right, here we go. All right. Neighborhood councils and chambers of commerce. Many people don't even know this stuff exists. It's crazy. Let me read this through you guys. Ask these organizations for referrals and networks with small business owners. This helps get the word out about your business. Many people don't mind helping out people in the community. So let me go ahead and give you guys an example. This is Santa Clarita Chamber of Commerce. This is where I used to live, and I will, probably move back there in the future. I love Santa Clarita. I mean, I grew up there. It's like my home. I love this place. But people don't know that every city that you live in, they do have their own special chamber of commerce. And these businesses are designed strictly to help out the community, right? So let's say, for example, you live in Santa Clarita, right? All right, so you live in Santa Clarita and you're starting a web design business, right? How can this city help you? Well, let's find out. Over here, we have a directory. All right, so this is the Chamber of Commerce website for Santa Clarita. And look at this. They have listed a bunch of businesses, right? So we have all these different businesses: HR consulting, advanced auto parts, AA companies. I mean, we have up to 45 pages. And someone in the community probably wants to work with people also in the community. I know you might see this and saying, well, I wouldn't use this. I wouldn't search for, companies, but a lot of people do. I mean, if I lived in a city, I kind of want to work with people in my city, right? So we can help out the community and, keep the economy going in our town, But no matter what city that you guys go to, make sure to look up a Chamber of Commerce. I believe these are also do follow backlinks. So this will also help you guys with some SEO, right? Because once Google finds out that a major, gov website is linking back to your site, then, that could help with domain authority. So make sure to go ahead and go to the Chamber of Commerce in your city. I'm sure if you just do a quick Google search, you'll find your city and also the Chamber of Commerce for your city. All right, next, number 8, attend meetups and camps that relates to owning a business and web design. All right, so here we go. So we have some business meetups, and you can go ahead and attend these meetings and then just, ask someone, oh, do you need a new website? And then you'd be so surprised. A lot of these people, they own businesses and their websites are like terrible. Like it's a shame, and a lot of them, they're just like, yeah, man, I work with this designer and he screwed me over. You're gonna come across that a lot, where these other guys, web designers, they abandon the project. That happens quite a bit. But you can go ahead and attend these meetups and gain new clients for your web design business. All right, so we went ahead and talked about number 8. Let's go to number 9 and 10. So number 9, add all social networking profiles to your websites. I should have put that in there, to your website. So create a Facebook page, create a Twitter, LinkedIn. I don't know if TikTok applies to web design. I'm like, that's debatable. I don't think it does, but I can't deny it because it's the #1 app in America. I don't use TikTok. I know these kids do, but I don't use it. So if you guys do use TikTok and you feel like it might help your business, yeah, sure. Make a web design TikTok profile. Also Dribble, Behance, and stuff like that. Now, when you are managing your Facebook page or your Twitter, make sure to post regularly. And you might be thinking, well, no one's liking it or no one's commenting. It doesn't matter. The reason why you want to establish these profiles is to show that you're in business and that you have some sort of a life, that like, oh, this company's active, right? Because if you go to a Facebook page and no one's posting nothing for 2 years, you're gonna think they're out of business. So you won't even go to their website. But if you see a Facebook page or a Twitter or LinkedIn that's posting regularly once a week, you're gonna say, oh, they are in business. Okay, let me go ahead and check them out. Now let me give you guys an example of a Facebook page that I made. All right, so here is my web design company, and you can see that we have this banner at the top. We have this image. Now make sure, again, like I talked about earlier, fill in as much information as possible. Okay, so add in your banner, your title, add in your description, your about us, your phone number, anything that allows you to put in more information about your company, put it in, right? So right here we have, a post, right? And this is actually an advertisement. Now, right now I'm actually experimenting with Facebook ads specifically for web designers, and right now A/B split testing stuff. So I'll follow this video up with a Facebook ads tutorial for web designers only, and I'll walk you guys through on which one works the best and which one they don't work. But here you guys can see that I am running campaigns, and people are clicking my ads. A lot of people, they're engaging in my posts. In fact, let me go ahead and just view the results here and just show you guys really quick. So this one reached around 11,000 people. We got 100 website clicks. I actually did get some emails from users who were asking me, about my business. And they found my website because I linked darylwilson.com. And they're like, wait a minute, you're a YouTuber and a web designer in Las Vegas? Like, who are you? You know, can you build me a website? And that's kind of how these people found me. And over here, I do have insights on the campaigns that I ran. So you guys can see that my campaigns are reaching a lot of people. And this is kind of spreading the word, right? Right now, they might not buy my service because maybe right now they don't need my service. However, if they see my website in the long term, they're gonna say, you know what, there's that one company I saw, let me go ahead and give them a try. And you guys can see that I am getting a lot of new Facebook page visits. And here you'll see that these are just passive searches. So people are just visiting my page just out of random now, just because I advertised. And, you know, we do have a lot of impressions. You know, a lot of people are finding our company and the word is getting out about our company. So I'll be making another video on Facebook ads a little bit later. But I just want to let you guys know that creating a page and establishing that live presence and that social proof is very important to get new clients for your web design business. All right, now let's go to number 10. Ask for referrals. Guys, don't be shy. Don't be scared. No one likes a person who's shy and scared and I can't talk, you know, just ask them. Don't be scared. Ask your current client if they know anyone that needs a website. People are 80% more likely to buy a website from someone that they know, trust, or versus someone that they do not. So what does that mean? That means if I just ask some random stranger on the streets saying, hey, do you have a web designer? And they recommend one to me, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. However, if it was my sister or my cousin or my brother and I asked them and they recommended a company to me, I would be 80% more likely to go with that person versus a stranger. Feel free to ask for referrals, you know, just say, hey, you know, like we're getting started out, you know, we're a good web design company and we're trying to get the name out and we're building momentum and we really need your help, you know, and we offered you guys a great service and I really hope you're happy. And if you guys can you guys please, you know, refer us to someone else who needs a website? It would really help us out. Or what you guys can do is put the website at the bottom of the footer of the website you created. So if you guys do build a website, you know, just ask them saying, hey, can we put our website at the bottom? So if someone likes your website, they find our website, they'll click on it and then they'll go to our page and then maybe we can do business with them. Just ask them. It never hurts to ask. I find a lot of web designers are too chicken to ask clients for this, which doesn't make any sense to me. Just do it. Like Nike said, just do it. Here we go. Now we got these other ways. Tutorials, Placeit, and Google My Maps. So I get a lot of people asking me to build websites for them. Why are they asking me to build websites for them? Because they found my tutorials on YouTube. If people find your tutorials very helpful, they gain your trust. And I have a lot of people's trust because they watch my tutorials and they say, hey, this quality's, you know, the content's great, you know, can you build a website for me? Unfortunately, I have a full-time job here on YouTube and I can't do that. But if you are, you know, just getting started out, just create some small tutorials. Let me go ahead and give you guys an example really quick. So here we have a Weber, right? And a Weber created this little video on how to create a custom thank you page. You can make other videos, you know, how to do this, how to do that, you know, and try to gear it for business owners or people who are looking for a website. This always helps gain that trust from visitors who are looking for a web design business. All right, and next we have Placeit. And what is Placeit? Let me show you guys what Placeit is. So Placeit is a new website created by Envato, and I feel like this is like the all-in-one solution. These guys make logos, they make mock-ups, they make videos, they make everything that you can possibly need for marketing material for your web design business. And they have some really cool stuff, you know, besides the templates and their advertisements and their logo makers, they also do have like these videos where you can actually put your company on these like coffee cups or sweatshirts or whatever. So you see here how we kind of hover over it and it turns into the company. Let's see here, wait, come on. Okay, that's not working, but this girl does. See how it says hi right there? There we go. So maybe they got to fix that, who knows? And then also here we have like these two girls and you know, they're wearing logos from other companies. I really do like that. And what that does, that creates like social proof. If you have a bunch of like people wearing your shirts saying, oh, like this is so cool, this company's great, people are gonna go, oh man, like if they're liking that company, you know, I'll probably like it. And here we go. We have this, this looks like an advertisement, 40% off all orders. I do like this. This looks like a Instagram ad or something right there, right? I don't know. Here we have two hoodies. All right, and we got this gamer. Yeah, look at that, man. You know, so the sky's the limit. You know, you guys can have like a lot of different marketing material. So they have mock-ups, prints, print on demand, digital stuff, apparel. We have designs, right? They have business cards, book covers, gaming, you name it. You know, they also have music as well. And if you guys do need a free logo, this company has amazing free logo makers. I highly recommend check it out. They also do have videos. They have this new Express video maker. Now, I can't go through everything on this website because this video can easily get another 20, 30 minutes long. So I just recommend to go to this website and check it out. I'll leave a link below to check it out. I don't have a coupon code for it yet. It is a paid website, unfortunately. It is like a $12 a month. But for what they give you, I mean, it's really hard to beat it. Yeah, it's really hard to beat it. And they also do have free templates. Oh, look at that. I just found that. Go to the bottom and get the free stuff. All right. So make sure to check out placeit.net. All right. So we're back on our slides here. Now, the next one, add location on Google Maps and Apple Maps. Now, the reason why you do this is this helps users find your business on their phones in case they want directions or want to find web design businesses near them. So where's my phone? Do I have my phone? All right. Yeah. So here's my phone, right? And sometimes when you are using your phone, you might go to Google Maps, right? Or Google My Places or Apple Maps or whatever. And sometimes you're searching for something, right? If you want to be found on your mobile, I would highly recommend to add your websites to Apple Maps and also Google Maps as well. And yeah, I mean, that will just really help you guys get more exposure. It also shows your location next to other businesses. So let's say like someone's at a pizza shop and then they click on the pizza shop and your website company is next to the pizza shop, your business will display next to it. So it just shows you on the map, just so you're visible and stuff like that. So I highly recommend to add your websites to Google My Business and Apple Maps. Let me go ahead and give you guys one more example here, just over here, just to give you guys an example. If you guys do add it, you'll appear like something like this, right? You'll appear like on the map. So you're visible and people can find you. And this is just another way to make more money. All right, so we are cruising here. So you guys are now like kind of understanding different marketing techniques and you're finding out different strategies. So let's keep digging. The next one, answer questions on Quora. If you see questions asking about good web design services, answer them. Feel free to ask your own questions about your own web design business to start the conversation. So let's say, for example, we go to Quora, and here we go. There's a lot of questions about web design, right? What is web design? Who are the best web designers under 25? How can I learn web design? Whatever. You guys can go ahead and go to these questions and you can answer them with your own company and give a backlink to your company. So for example, I'll just go to this one, best web designers under 25. I mean, people are asking these questions, right? And here you can go ahead and answer this question, and then you can kind of give them a link back to your web design business. Now, a lot of companies do this. I have seen many people ask questions about their own business, like, oh, what can we do to improve our service? Or what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? It just starts the conversation so people can answer it and helps people find your website. All right, next we have create accounts on Yellow Pages, Upcity, Thumbtack, and other directory websites. Like we talked about earlier, this is just, again, going back to directory websites. Just link your websites to other various directory websites. Go to all these websites, put in as much information as you can. There's like hundreds of directory websites. I left you guys that article where it shows you guys a few directory websites. So remember that article is in the description. Just take the time and go through the process of filling out all the information. I know it can be time consuming and you don't have to do it in one day, okay? You don't have to do it all in one day. Just make sure it looks good and that you have a lot of information on those profiles. Let's go ahead and keep going here. Keep pushing. Forums and Facebook groups. This is a good one. I get a lot of these guys in my group, and let me explain to you how not to get banned, okay? But first, feel free to answer questions and ask questions about your business. Don't go into groups and start spamming about your company. I have banned guys that, you know, hey guys, check out my Fiverr gig, $5 website, you know, or hey guys, go to my Upwork profile. You're gonna get banned if you do that. However, if someone asks a question about web design or they need help, then you can say, yeah, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna help you here, blah, 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 blah. Here's also my website if you wanna check it out. You know, a lot of people in my Facebook group, they actually do ask for help with their websites. I'm not saying to go in my group and spam. I'm just saying that, like, you know, other Facebook groups, they do ask questions like, hey, do you know this good designer? Blah, 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 blah. Also, what I've noticed too is that you do have web design companies who are new and they're really not good at design, and they ask people, is this a good page? And someone might say, no, this is my website. And then that person might see that other designer and say, you know what? Can we work together? You know, can we have like a like referral system here? Because you're obviously a better designer than me. And yeah, so just asking questions, or if people do ask for help, you know, you can help them, but do not go into groups and start spamming your company. You're gonna get banned. It's just gonna happen, all right? So just don't do it. Just don't do it. Also, forums. I mean, forums are still a big thing. You know, there are forums, but if you do find forums, you know, answer questions, but do not spam, okay? You do that, you're gonna get banned. Trust me. And the moderators, they know what you're doing, okay? Like me, like I'm not stupid, okay? When I see people are like, oh, this company is great. Does anyone else know? It's like, okay, I know you're working for this company. You're gonna get banned, dude. You know, like you're out of here, you know? So just be mindful, that's all I'm saying. Cold calling script. Now, if you just cannot find business, or you're impatient and you want to get the business, we can start cold calling, no problem. I cold call for a few times, and I do have a script that can help you guys out. I have created a cold calling script for users who wants to cold call. Maybe you're just one of those social speakers who have that gift of gab, kind of like myself, where we have that gift of gab, right? I actually have created a cold calling script for all of you. Now, before I go ahead and talk about this script, I just want to let you guys know that I do have another video that goes through this entire script verbatim. I explain what to say, if they say something, what to say back. And yeah, this video covers all of that. Right here, we have the ultimate cold calling script for web designers. So I do kind of go through this and say, look, this is what you say. If they say something like, depending on their response, we would give a different response back. So right here, you'll see if the owner says no, if the owner says yes, if the owner says no, I have not seen the website, or if the business owner says I'm busy, this is what you should say. We have the response for no, the response for yes, the response for I'm busy, and so on and so forth. How do I know this? How did I make this? Well, because I used to cold call. I used to work for an SEO company in Malibu. No, not Malibu. No, Calabasas. I worked for an SEO company in Calabasas, and I was a full-time telemarketer. And I would call businesses and try to get them to sign up for very overpriced SEO plans. And then we would just outsource it all to India and charge these guys like $10,000 a month. And then we would just charge these guys in India like $1,000. So that was what I was doing, and I did it for a few years. So I kind of understand what to say when people just say like, no, I don't want it. You know, it's like, wait, let's talk about this. You know, like let me push a little bit here. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and go through this script. Also, you guys can go ahead and check out this video. All right, so we talked about cold calling script. Let's go on to the next. We are almost done. Showcase your work on Behance and Dribbble. This helps users see how good your work is. This is your time to shine. Many users search these websites to see the skills of specific web designers, and it's also indexed by Google Images for more exposure back to your website. So how do these people know that you're a good designer, right? You can just be some crap designer. We don't know that. But if you add that proof saying, look at this beautiful website, like, doesn't this look amazing? The customer is gonna say, yeah, this looks pretty good. Like, you did this? All right, make my website, done, sold, right? That is one way on how to get more business. The second way is Google Images. So first we have these websites at Dribbble, right? And you can see that we typed in web design, and there are a lot of different mockups and websites that showcase their web design skills. So this is pretty cool. Now, also you can do the same thing for Behance, right? You guys can go ahead and check out a lot of these other websites that people have made. And yeah, this gives you like opportunity to shine. However, these images are also picked up by Google Images. So let's say someone down the road just says, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and Google some, web design portfolio examples, and they see something and they go like, oh, what's this? Oh, I like this. And then they click on it. This can lead back to Dribbble or your Behance profile. So it helps you in two ways, right? It helps you helps you showcase your work, where people can look at your work and decide to hire you or not. And they do have a lot of views. I mean, look at this, 107,000 views. And you know what? Come on, I can make a better website that looks like this. I mean, this is not that great. Let's take a look here. I'm a little competitive with design here. It's all right. It's all right. Definitely not that great. I can make something better. All right. I should email this guy saying, hey, you want to have a design battle, buddy? But no, it's not a bad site at all. But yeah, also remember that it does get picked up by Google Images. So that is the second way. So it helps you in 2 ways. So just make sure to submit your work to Dribbble and Behance for more exposure. All right, so now we have classified ads, right? So Craigslist and classified ads. These websites often have posts by users who want websites, or they need help with websites, or they even need help with WordPress. Sometimes these people who post on these websites, they are familiar with WordPress, but maybe they don't know how to use like the Docon plugin, or they don't know how to use the Booknetic plugin, and they just need that little help, right? Maybe later you can just take over the whole project, which does happen a lot. But always check these websites and feel free to post your services here. Remember, you need referrals, testimonials, so grind hard. When you're first getting started out, guys, you really gotta grind, because remember, once you build that small clientele, you can get referrals. And as I said in the beginning of the video, referrals are the #1 way to get more clients. So let me go ahead and give you guys some examples of classified ad websites and also some Craigslist jobs. All right, here we go. So we're on Craigslist, right? And I went to web designers in Los Angeles. It's actually very funny. I actually posted a job here and I got like inquiries from people all around the world. So it was very funny. But here we go. We'll type in WordPress, right? WordPress, and let's see what we get here. All right, cool. We got some jobs for February, which, you know, that's the current month that I'm in. Front-end developer. We have a person that needs help with Shopify. Web developer, e-commerce specialist, and also a web designer. Wait, what is this? Part-time administrative and web designer? Okay. Okay, let's see what this guy says. I think this guy's saying you have to answer phone calls and use Photoshop and Illustrator and know WordPress. Huh. Very interesting. I don't know about that job. Maybe they're asking a little bit too much and a little bit not enough pay. So, but this is one place where you guys can go. You guys can also go to like Oodle, right? This is another, you know, web place where you can post, you know, classified ads and get jobs. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Daryl, these websites, they don't look like much, you know, and they look old and they look like I wouldn't use it. Who uses these websites the most? I'll answer that question. Older people, old people, grandmas, grandpas, they like these websites. Who has money? Grandpas, grandmas, all right? So never underestimate your customers. I feel a lot of people that are older tend to use these websites, but older people do have big budgets and you can help them by making them a great looking websites and filling their need, because a lot of these older people, what I've seen is they go to these like corporate websites, they spend big money on these terrible templates. It's like a disaster. I have had a few clients who went to like web.com or GoDaddy.com's web design services, and they just uploaded some WordPress theme template and charged them like $4,000. And I'm like, yeah, you got screwed, you know, like you got screwed. I don't know what to say. So you can help them, you know, we got to help the other community. And also, if you guys do need help with finding more directory websites, classified ad websites, I will go ahead and leave this article right here in the description. This is from the Web Hospitality, some websites, and they've like pretty much listed like all of the classified ad websites where you guys can go ahead and submit your listing. So yeah, I'll go ahead and submit this in the description so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And yeah, make sure just to post regularly. And also, if you feel like that's too much work, you guys can hire someone part-time to post on these websites every single day. So just make sure that's that's an option for you. Facebook ads and send emails to businesses with websites. So first, Facebook ads. Advertise on Facebook is a good way to start, right? Advertise in your city and start with $5 a day and see how it goes. Don't spend hundreds of dollars, guys. Facebook is not like the golden ticket, okay? It's just another way on how to get more traffic. And also we have send emails to businesses with websites. Let me go ahead and read this to you guys. You can hire someone to ask them about their websites. Scan their website through GTmetrix and show them the results and let them know you can help them improve their services. Now, this is my personal strategy. I made up this strategy. This is what I did when I ran a business, all right? I don't know about anyone else, but this is something that worked for me and it probably worked for you. This is CaesarsPalace.com. This is one of the most predominant casinos in Las Vegas, right? And you guys have probably heard of Caesar's Palace. Many people watching this video probably gambled at a lot of these casinos, including myself, right? And you don't really know, but when you look at this website, it's pretty slow. You know, they need some work, right? Now, maybe this company has been looking for a new web designer, but they just haven't found one yet, right? So what I've done is I went ahead and I went to GTmetrix and I ran Caesar's Palace through GTmetrix. Here's what I found. F's, 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 fail, 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 right? Now, I can go ahead and take this report and I can email it to a client saying, hey, we ran this through GT metrics, and guess what? Your site got an F. Your FFF. Your site's slow, it's bad, it's terrible. Just send them an email, and just show them this report. You can download the PDF right here. You guys have to create an account, obviously. But what I used to do was I would go to local businesses. I would run all their sites through GT metrics. I already knew their site was going to be terrible, right? Because they don't know what they're doing. They probably got their site from Wix or something, and they got an F, right? So I would take this report, I would send them an email and saying, this is your website. It got an F on our audits. It's poorly optimized. You might have a lot of security problems down the road. You might lose customers. Bad. I would kind of pressure them into to responding to me, and they did half the time. And once that happened, I would say, we can go ahead and fix this for you. We can go ahead and make you a brand new website, and we'll make sure that your score gets an A, and we'll show it to you and we'll prove it to you. And when you have that kind of confidence, the customer is very inclined to say, wow, like you can give me the A? Cool. And remember, these guys are not in the business of web design. They don't really care about their website too much. But if they hear that they can go from an F to an A, hey, that's a marketing gimmick. We can use GT metrics to make more money, right? So I would highly recommend, looking at local businesses, running their website through GT metrics, and then emailing them and just tell them that this is one way we can help you. What do you think? All right, party people, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it brought a lot of value. I know it can be very challenging and very frustrating when you don't get clients. And even me, like when I started web design, I saw these websites that were designed by these designers and they look terrible. And I'm like, how come I'm not getting this work? Like, I'm better than them, it can be very frustrating. I have totally been there. I've licked the pot clean. I totally understand. But practice these methods. And remember, this is a long-term strategy, okay? You probably won't get customers on your first month, okay? I'll just say that if, you won't. If you do, congrats, you got it lucky, all right? You got lucky. But remember, this is a long-term goal. So if you keep these practices up for a year, you're gonna get found. You will get found, and if your work is good, it can work out for you. If you guys have any questions for me, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, and again, I wish you guys the best. It's a journey from here, and good luck. I'll see you guys later.